Namaste, angels. I'm here to do the daily reading for June 2nd, Friday, June 2nd into the weekend. June 4th is the Feast of the Pentecost, but that is a Sunday. That's the day on which my new readings start anyway. So I'll just talk about that then. News I heard today with regard to that white buffalo that popped up even in my private readings that I was doing for people over the weekend. I was so taken aback by it a couple times. And then at the beginning of the week, popped up again. Manuel Noriega, he passed away today or yesterday. He was 83 years old. So there's the celebrity one there. Okay, moving on to the significant events. In the year 455, King Gaiseric, Gaiseric, and the Vandals sack Rome. Rome is looted for 14 days. 1862, Robert E. Lee takes command of the Confederate armies of Virginia, during the U.S. Civil War. 1896, Guglielmo Marconi applies to patent the radio, and that patent is accepted on July 2nd in the year 1897. 1935, Babe Ruth, 40, announces his retirement as a player. 1953, the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II in Westminster Abbey. 1989, 10,000 Chinese soldiers are blocked by 100,000 citizens who are protecting students demonstrating for democracy in Tiananmen Square, Beijing. Did you know James Gibbs of Virginia patents the chain stitch single thread sewing machine on June 2nd, 1857? Famous birthdays: Marquis de Sade, Charlie Sifford, Charlie Watts, Wayne Brady, and Amy Wambach. Famous weddings: 1129 or 1111. Fulco, Fulco, the fifth's son Godfried marries King Henry I's daughter Matildas. And there's Raphael outside. I don't know why. 1886, the 22nd and 24th U.S. President, Grover Cleveland, who was 49, weds Frances Folsom, 21. He was like more than twice her age. They got married in the Blue Room at the White House. 1919, theoretical physicist Albert Einstein, 40, weds his cousin Elsa Lowenthal, 43. And if you think that that's weird that he married his cousin, they say Tesla fell in love with a pigeon like 5 or 6 times and married a cat. My son's actually smarter than me, so he teaches me a lot of these things, and I think that may be one of the facts that he taught me like some time ago. So I know you can Google it and find out for yourself. But I mean, knowing what I know now, and you know, about gods and goddesses and other creatures, I'm thinking there may have been like a quote unquote familiar soul in those pigeons, or in that pigeon and in that cat, pun intended, a familiar. Anywho, 1945, athlete Jim Thorpe, 57, weds Patricia Askew. 1951, the Thin Man actress Myrna Loy, Myrna, Myrna, I guess, yes, 45. She weds UNESCO delegate Howland H. Sargent. Famous deaths: Giuseppe Garibaldi, Lizzie Borden, Lou Gehrig, and Rex Harrington. Rex Harrington, if the page would open, I would tell who he was. It's just spinning around. Establishing a secure connection. Okay, Rex Harrington was English and an actor. He's famous for Cleopatra, My Fair Lady, and The Agony and the Ecstasy. He was born on March 5th in the year 1908, which is 99. And he was a Pisces from Huyton, England, United Kingdom. He died on June 2nd in the year 1990 at the age of 82 of pancreatic cancer. Lou Gehrig, whose full name was Henry Louis Gehrig, was American and a baseball player. He was American baseball first baseman who played 17 seasons in Major League Baseball for the New York Yankees from 1923 to 1939. A 7-time All-Star and 6-time World Series champion, Gehrig won the Triple Crown in 1934 and was twice named the American League's most valuable player. Gehrig was the first MLB player to have his uniform number retired, and he was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1939. He was born on June 19th in the year 1903. That June 19th is Juneteenth, what's called Juneteenth. And that's the day that Texas finally got the memo that slavery had ended. All the other states had, ceased to practice it, at least officially, on the books and stuff. But Texas was still just going right along with slaves and whatnot. And it had ended, nationally. On another note, 1903 equals 13 equals 4 equals 11, 11. And he died on June 2nd in the year 1941. He was 37 years old. The cause was amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, or ALS, the disease that they said Lucius Lyon had on Empire. And that disease is now very commonly referred to as Lou Gehrig's disease. So if you hear about one and not the other, they are the same. Did I mention he was from New York? Yes, he is. I'm not sure if I said that. Lizzie Borden. It's American, and she was acquitted of her profession they have is acquitted murderer. She was best known for being charged for the 1892, which is 9/11 axe murders of her father and her stepmother, which she was acquitted of in the year 1893. When I was little, there was the chant, the like nursery rhyme. Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks, or her father 40 whacks. When she saw, her mother, I think, was first. When she saw what she had done, she gave her father 41. I don't think kids do that anymore or aware of that necessarily. Anyway, she was born on July 19th in 1860 and was a Cancer from Fall River, Massachusetts, USA. She died on June 2nd in 1927 at the age of 66 of pneumonia. And Giuseppe Garibaldi. It's Italian and unifier of Italy, an Italian general, politician, and nationalist. Garibaldi was a central figure in the Italian Risorgimento. He personally commanded and fought in many military campaigns, which ultimately led to the formation of a unified Italy. Because of these campaigns, he is considered, with Camillo Cavour, Victor Emmanuel II, and Giuseppe Mazzini, as one of the founding fathers of the Kingdom of Italy. He has also been called the hero of two worlds because of his military campaigns in Brazil, Uruguay, and Europe. Garibaldi is often associated with his red shirts worn by volunteers in lieu of a uniform. He was born on July 4th, which is 11, in the year 1807, and was a Cancer from Nice, or Nice, First French Empire. He died on June 2nd in the year 1882 at the age of 74. Going up to the birthdays, Abby Wambach is American and a soccer player. She's a double Olympic gold medalist, a FIFA Women's World Cup champion, and the 2012 FIFA World Player of the Year, a 6-time winner of the U.S. Soccer Athlete of the Year award. She currently stands at the highest all-time goal scorer for the national team and holds the world record for international goals, both female and male soccer players, with 184 goals. She was born on June 2nd in 1980 and is 36 years old, a Gemini from Rochester, New York. Wayne Brady is also American. He's an actor. He's best known for the TV series Whose Line Is It Anyway?, the talk show host The Wayne Brady Show, and Don't Forget the Lyrics. He's also the host of Let's Make a Deal for a long time. Sometimes I really don't get this where they get their information or what they decide to list and or not. Because that's his current job, as far as I know. Anyway, he was born on June 2nd in 1972 and is 44 years old, a Gemini from Columbus, Georgia, USA. Charlie Watts, full name Charles Robert Watts, English and a drummer, best known as a member of the Rolling Stones. He was born on June 2nd in 1941 and is 75 years old, a Gemini from London, England. And Charlie Sifford, I don't know where I got Clifford from. American and a golfer. Charlie Sifford was the first African-American golfer to play in the US PGA Tour. Overcoming racism, he went on to have a successful career and to pave the way for others, including Tiger Woods, who's also in the news right now for having been picked up. They said drunk driving, but it appears that he probably was not drunk, because I think his breathalyzer was like 0.0, and he said he just mixed his medicine by accident and didn't realize the reaction he'd have. Anyway, Sifford first competed in the U.S. Open in 1959 before joining the PGA Tour in 1961. He later won 2 professional events and won the PGA Seniors Championship in 1975. Sifford has been inducted into the Golfing Hall of Fame, and in 2014 was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom by President Barack Obama. He was born on June 2nd in the year 1922 and is a Gemini, or was a Gemini, from Charlotte, North Carolina, USA. Whoop, whoop. And he died on February 3rd in the year 2015 at the age of 92. So a ripe old age. And lastly, Marquis de Sade, whose full name was Donatien, D-O-N-A-T-I-E-N, Donatien Alphonse Francois de Sade, was French and a philosopher and a writer, best known for his erotic works, which combine philosophical discourse with pornography. He often depicted sexual fantasies with an emphasis on violence and criminality, as well as blasphemy against the Catholic Church. The words sadist and Satanism are derived from his name, because his name is spelled S-A-D-E, like Sade, the singer, but it was pronounced Sade, de Sade. He was born on June 2nd in the year 1740 and was a Gemini from Paris, France. He died on December 2nd in 1814 at the age of 74 and was the last of the birthdays. With that, going to the dice, we begin yet again with sex. Cocktail. And it's 50-50. Spirit says 29. Same thing as the day before. I started with sex and then he said 29. 29 is, you know, a humanitarian partnership. It can be romantic, but it does not have to be. It can be you on your own, you know, going into some sort of business and sort of entering a partnership with the world, with the universe, with God, with Mother Nature, you know, and committing to healing some area of the earth in some way. Also weekend away for some of us. And yeah, it's 50-50. So some things can go either way, and, you know, kind of like, who cares? I'm going to begin with the hashtag creepy deck. This is so weird. I had out my angel tarot cards and my romance angel cards, and I was going to pull out the angel therapy cards and the ascended master cards. And I don't know, I opened the drawer to take them out. I got about 50 decks in this little drawer here. And then something said, like, put the ascended master cards back and pull out the hashtag creepy deck. And I had already shuffled the romance angels to new love. And then I shuffled the hashtag creepy deck to new love. And I said, oh, that's why. That's today's theme. Opening to courting man. Maybe this is how you end up going away for the weekend. You're approached by, you know, a lovely gentleman or female asking you if you'd like to pick up and run away. New love back. Triangle upside down. I like that. There's no reversals in this deck, but I like the fact, I think it was significant that I opened new love opposite the triangle upside down, as if it's like been spilled out. Past life. So maybe that whole situation that people have been going through, attached to exes and inner child, you know, the way they grew up, daddy issues, all that kind of stuff. Maybe that's that now upside down and sort of being spilled out. We're done with that. Back to the new love. Travel isn't as nice in reverse. That's kind of sounds like going nowhere. So I don't like that, especially after having sort of pulled that or shaken that weekend away die. Ooh, the fair male. Now, this particular card, the energy of this person, this on the card, this character on the card, always comes across to me as like the other, like the ex, like the temptation, maybe. Like the karmic. Overall energy is wallflower. So now I'm turning all the cards right side up because again, there are no reversals in this deck. Masculine, all about work. Surrounded by courting man, maybe trying to put in some overtime or something, have enough money for the type of date or weekend away he wants to plan or she wants to plan. This can be a male or female here as the divine masculine. Karma in the subconscious of the masculine. Feminine. Union. Surrounded by long distance. With twin flame in her subconscious here at the root. Crowned by union, twin flame at the root. The union is crowned by the blonde female, who is a redhead in my opinion. She's the red-haired female. At the root, dating, crossing the courting man. Makes sense. And maybe for a long time, we're going to go the distance with this dating. This is the beginning of a new relationship. At the heart of the matter, money, crossing work, sitting here next to the courting man, crossing union. This is what we've been waiting for, a lot of us. Finances and career have been holding things back. But it looks like that's over in many ways. And you know what? This karma could be coming through as Jupiter, the planet of luck and karma, who provides us this fortune. That may be from where the money is with this crossing the money. Work, money, twin flames. Like now we can be together. Now we can enter, union or approach this because things are finally starting to look up. And the union may involve a redhead. It doesn't have to, but it may involve a redhead. All right. Speaking of money and things going our way, justice, and the earthly, I'm beginning with the Angel Tarot with the Six of Earth. Gifts of money, time or effort, new career opportunities, and receiving a loan or paying off debts. And opening to renewal or judgment. Review and evaluate a favorable assessment of the facts. It's time to move in a new direction. Renewal. Opening to the Queen of Air, who objective decision making, clearing away all that no longer serves you. It looks like that's kind of been done, at least according to this spread. Also seeing the humor in the situation. The Queen of Air is independent, experienced, realistic, and witty. She's also a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, or somebody taking on those energies, or it could be here representing the justice and, or maybe Venus herself. She is, in fact, a Queen of Air as well and rules money as well as love. Renewal. Opening to the Page of Fire, who's outgoing, creative, confident, and mischievous. News of an exciting new endeavor. Use your originality and ingenuity. Page of Fire brings us news of an opportunity. It's a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries, and is also, Jupiter rules Sagittarius. So coming back to this karma card, that can be why this is showing up too. Page of Fire now at the bottom. I'm going to cut. This turned up upside down too. I'm going to put it right side up because there's no reversals in this deck either, but I liked seeing it that way. The Eight of Air, which is all about an illusion of being trapped and a lack of self-confidence, being afraid to take action. So over the past couple of days, I've been saying that many of us are afraid to take action because of money, because of feelings of lack. This is by what the masculine was feeling trapped. And now where this card was showing up, where the Three of Air showed up a couple times and the Eight of Air showed up this week for the masculine, now replaced, at least with this deck, by work, which is, again, is crossing money and then mirroring his twin flame. So he's like, he sees on the horizon the opportunity that the Page of Fire brings, which again also mirrors this twin flame, the energy of Sagittarius, of Jupiter and karma. He sees now a way out and toward union. Overall energy is the Queen of Fire, who's confident, warm, intelligent, and graceful. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. These cards may or may not connect. I didn't ask Spirit to connect them. That doesn't mean that she won't be so kind as to do it anyway. Atop the work. The Ten of Fire, too much work, except too much work on top of work, except help from others. Life is out of balance, and that leads to stress-related health concerns. So again, this feeling, this energy came through for the masculine the day before too. I don't remember in what position or capacity, but it's about the end of feeling burdened or burdensome upon others. And maybe because you're working and earning your own money and can see your own way out of your situation now. Surrounded by courting man, who is very likely a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. Tenderhearted, empathetic, patient, and loving is this water sign or person taking on those attributes, and possibly this courting man. Relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition, care for yourself and others. Atop karma. Six of Water, memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, and romanticizing the past. This is a card of nostalgia. This is a card of past life relationships, soulmate relationships. Yes, children too, especially for me, of the suit of water. Any of the cards can be, but particularly the Ace, 3, 6, and 10 often have to do with children for me. Sitting here atop karma, I think it has to do with past life situations. Atop union, the Star. Feminine, your wish comes true. Happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans. You are on the right path. The Star, major arcana card number 17, also equals 8. These two rings together, also in 8 here. And 8 being the card of justice and infinity and abundance, like all things wonderful. Definitely prayers answered, wishes granted. Surrounded by, the Two of Water, this relationship that's going to go the distance, that's going to go far. It's a relationship that continues to grow closer. Forgiveness and the positive resolution of a conflict, all part of this. And this may be what you've been praying for, feminine. Entering some sort of commitment, maybe even marriage, because I saw marriage in the weekly readings for this week too. And we are moving into June with this reading, and June, the most popular month of the entire year to get married. June, I think, and then February. Here, atop twin flame. awakening with Archangel Gabriel. Look at things from a different perspective. You're at a temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. This is about not faking the funk, people. This is about feminine, especially because it's here for us. This is about putting down your pride and acknowledging your feelings about this twin flame situation, relationship. Crowning. Atop the blonde female, who I say is a redhead, the Knight of Fire. Yeah, her hair is the color of fire. Passionate, adventurous, self-assured, and restless is the Knight of Fire. A sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. At the roots, atop dating. Sitting next to awakening. It's the Three of Water, a celebration, a wedding, graduation, or birth announcement. Need to have more fun. So for some of us, this is just the fact that we're out. We're socializing. We're having fun. And we're celebrating maybe the fact that we've come together, the two of us, finally, you know, and closer. We've healed some sort of situation we had between us. There's been forgiveness, you know, each ways, love passing both ways, all of these wonderful things. Our prayers answered. We're finally able to put down our burdens, or maybe hand them off to the universe, and instead we have fun together. At the heart of the matter, atop the money, boom, the Empress. Lavish abundance. Give birth to your dreams. Nurture yourself and others. How you like that, guys? I'm going to go on to the romance cards. Again, beginning with new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. And opening to playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Playfulness. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Playfulness. And stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. For some of us, there can be a situation here involving children, maybe separate and apart from the connections that, you know, these really awesome connections that the Angel Tarot made with the hashtag creepy deck. We do have 3 threes here, with the heart of the matter being the Empress, who's a mother, sitting atop the 3 of Water and next to the 6 of Water. Somebody could have had a baby. Maybe that's the happy time, the celebration. Still, you know, about the couple, but other meanings. Playfulness back. I'll go one more. Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So again, for some of us, I really feel that as we approach the honeymoon, on or around that date is when we're really going to feel this Sagittarian energy, this karma, this Jupiter sort of bestowing its graces upon us along with the Empress, like joining the Empress. Playfulness back. I'm going to cut. She's been wanting to reward us for a while and has been coming through lately. People getting jobs, people getting, you know, the credit, buying homes, like just now moving. All the things that they've been wanting to do finally coming true. Along with calling in their soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Overall energy is forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Oh, I didn't mention to those that maybe haven't been watching me as long as some others, the red-haired female, and I'm not sure I ever put it into this kind of perspective with the hashtag creepy deck anyway. So for everybody, the red-haired female, red hair, for me, reflects in a general sense. I mean, you know, of course we can't judge a book by its cover. We can't judge people by the color of their hair. But in a general sense, red hair represents the light, team light. Capital L for me, because in the past, historically, going all the way back, Africa, you know, the beginnings, the origins, red-haired people used to be put to death because they were seen as the most holy. And, you know, that's been continued. Well, it's been turned around where now, like there's sayings that the people with red hair, they're like demonic. You know, these are seeds that were planted to sort of, I think, confuse and keep us asleep and keep us unaware of the truth. But historically, if you go back, and you can Google this too, red-haired people were the most holy. And what we call the, you know, white people today, quote unquote white people, are these people that are descendant of African albinos. So we're among, in many cases, some of these red-haired people. And then we have, I did a whole thing with the connection, how we got from Africa to like Scotland and Ireland, how you only find like certain clover in Africa and Scotland and Ireland, all this kind of stuff. So I just wanted to throw that in there, that this could very well be here representing the divine feminine at any age and of any hair color, because it does sort of represent, for me and in my mind, team light, and spirit knows that. All right. So especially with the Queen of Fire, I had peeked over and remembered again that the Queen of Fire was the overall energy from the Angel Tarot. And I'm like, the Queen of Fire, that's this woman here. She's the divine feminine. That's why she's crowning the spread like this. All right, so on top of this 10 of Fire and the work, some of the work that the masculine is going to be doing is toward healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And then that'll be how he ends up putting down his burdens here, this 10 of Fire. Atop the Queen of Water and courting man is attraction. He's feeling attractive here, this courting man, I think, and that's why he wants to take you out. He's feeling loving. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So he puts the effort in, he has a good time, and that's what he, you know, people are just going to be feeling good overall. That's the cause for the celebration. That's why this crosses the 3 of water. Here, atop the 6 of water and the karma, express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Like asking her out on a date or something, asking him out on a date. Atop the star and union, his passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Atop the 2 of water, boom, wedding. Didn't I say some of them were going to actually get married? It's going to be a real, or quote unquote real 3D style union. This situation involves marriage. For the rest of us, yeah, it still involves marriage because we're already married if we're in a divine union. And this is just the symbolism of the 2 of water coming together. And again, going the distance, right? The long haul. We're in for the long haul. The permanence of this. Atop awakening and twin flame, free yourself. So this, very interesting. This party of 3 here on the awakening card, reflecting that some of the feminine still bound, still some obstacles, at least in their minds. Maybe that's why they got to take a step back and look at the big picture so they can realize that they're not trapped, they're not bound, and they can indeed free themselves and go ahead and be with their twin flame as they wish. And maybe it's their children who are making them think, you know, like, I can't be with this other person because I have these children. So for some, again, children do come into a play, and parties of 3 do come into play because we got a 3 here, a 3 here, a 3 here. You know, it's unavoidable. Crowning. Atop who I've donned the divine feminine and the Knight of Fire, this sudden event that needs immediate attention. It's your union. It's your relationship. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Atop the 3 of water and dating, it's religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. It sits here next to this free yourself. So again, for some of you, that's with what it has to do. For others, it's about doing things like the quote unquote right way. So we're doing this like official dating thing now. And we have this religious factors crossing the wedding and the long haul, because we're going to put, you know, this kind of work into it and this kind of effort. We want it to be, yeah, the right thing to do. At the heart of the matter, here atop the Empress, and the money is worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So all these things coming through, you know, just as we need them, as the universe deems fit, and always right on time. Like, even if we were getting panicky and desperate, it's always in the end right on time. From the angels, further advice to the masculine. Unity with Archangel Sandalphon, certainly about commitment for some. For others, this has something to do with your work. So maybe you're learning something on the job. Maybe that's why there's extra hours, because work came through. Maybe you're sitting with somebody, you're like an apprentice, you're learning from someone else. So you're surrounding yourself with people of a higher, you know, vibration in a sense than yourself, at least when it comes to whatever you do for a living, and learning from them. And in that, maybe also learning about yourself too. For others, this is about the commitment, the union, actual marriage, weddings, traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organizations. Seek out mentors and like-minded friends. So any higher institutions. The Unity card, or Hierophant card, the High Priest, represents the sign of Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and may actually be one of those, or somebody taking on those kind of attributes. Feminine, speaking of Taurus, it's the Six of Earth, which I started. Gifts of money, time, or effort, new career opportunities, and receiving a loan or paying off debts. Here's that money at the heart of the matter. This is Venus, again, as our mother, you know, giving us this money. She's giving us a gift to, like, push us out of the nest, you know, give us a start, you know, in life. This card represents, for me, yes, the planet Venus, and thereby the signs of Taurus and the sign of Libra. More about doing the right thing, the justice. From the hashtag creepy deck, I told you who this guy was in the beginning. He represents the karmic. He represents the obstacle for you, feminine. You got to free yourself from that if you want this. If you don't, then that, you know, that's your choice too. From the romance angels, they say to the feminine, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. For some of you, this really has to do with you getting married. Okay, this is a woman in her her bridal gown, surrounded by, maybe looks like a flower girl and other friends. This is her wedding party, her bridal party. And here with wedding being on the side of the feminine, some of you actually getting married with Unity, the Hierophant, the High Priest on the side of the masculine. Some of them wanting to get married, you're actually getting married. That's let your friends help you. For others of us, this has to do with the angels or our actual friends, people that we feel we can trust, we want to talk to, you know, we can lean on, we can go over this situation. I got this twin flame, but, you know, I'm still married, or I'm still involved, and, you know, I don't have anybody to talk to. Can you, you know, be an ear, that sort of thing. And that's a gift of time. That's a gift of time and effort, and of, you know, somebody being there for you to support you. From the, ooh, it was upside down, but it's here nonetheless, and I've turned it right side up. Obstacles, the advice from the hashtag creepy deck to the masculine. And I think it has to do with this, the obstacles that are here on the side of the feminine. You know, so he's trying to come over and change your life, maybe your last name with this 5. But there's a block. There's a block. So he can't necessarily, not yet. You know, you can allow him to. You can help him to by freeing yourself of this other energy. And lastly, from the romance angels to the masculine, yep, boom, past life relationship. That's the obstacle. And it's your past life relationship in many cases, feminine. It's not even his own. In some it is his own. It's a family issue here that is being worked out. He's already at the 10 of fire and he's healing family issues. So whatever or whomever this is, whether it's a romantic situation or somebody else in his family, a parent or child or whatever, close friend, this life family, whatever this is that's been a block in his life, he is healing that. Again, some people getting over quote unquote daddy issues or maybe even mommy issues with the mother, of all time sitting here in the middle at the heart of the reading. So he's working on that. And so this can represent his own issue too. But for others, it certainly represents the block that your other, relationships and energies surrounding you represent, feminine, and only you can free yourself of those. I hope that you guys enjoyed the daily reading. Namaste, angels.